First to 21, and in the event that both teams get to 21 in the same
last point
game of Dingles, as it were, then the team that won the doubles point in that one will win it. The team that won the greatest number of points wins. And we are actually heading for a grandstand finish in this opening match of Dingles. The black team at one point had a quite imposing lead of around 8 points. It's been narrowed to just a single point now, as we all do our best to keep our eyes on the two balls in play.
It's so tough to commentate on. There's so much
action that's happening.
Charlie Swain's all over the net.
Big point that.
Bass absolutely loving that one. He's fresh off the court from his singles triumph.
Who'd have thought he just played a marathon 3-hour match that kept us waiting for this event?
You know what I want to know is, when the ball goes in the middle, are we policing the down the middle cross court, or if that ball goes anywhere near, who's calling that? There's no referee in the middle. You know, I'm calling that out every time.
Yeah.
Well, and
there's an imaginary line.
Yeah.
What's the decision if the two balls come into contact mid-air and knock one another out?
We're done.
We do have our first winner, just like that. The blue team have mounted a stirring comeback from 13-5 down. They rallied to within a point, moved to 18-18 and claimed all 3 points in that final rally to win this one, 21-18. The blue team will progress to the final while we get ourselves ready as the action's coming so thick and fast. Two men that look to be role-playing as Luigi.
Play, boys.
Coming onto the court now. No Mario to go against them.
I can see them practicing their feed already with some extra slice.
That's a nasty feed.
It's a nasty feed.
So the question I have for the two of you between the matches here is, if you were facing each other in Dingles, which pro tennis player, past or present, would you choose to have as your Dingles partner?
I think Djokovic is never missing a cross-court backhand, like 100%. Yeah, I think that. I'm taking Djokovic. Still okay at the net, but you can't see him missing a cross-court.
I think that's fair answer. I'm going to go rogue. I'm going to go someone like the Frenchman, who's quite good at net. I think the official pronunciation is Quentin Alice. Have you heard of him? I think he's top 100, but just an unbelievable serve and volleyer.
Okay.
So I'd want him to get into the net ASAP and either win or lose the point quick, and then just get us bombarding the net, and then just see how it goes.
Why wouldn't you just pick a doubles player then, like a Brian brother?
Because that's a very good point. Yeah, why wouldn't I do that? I don't know.
I think you either have to put a great singles player from the baseline who's just going to out-rally them cross, or you go full doubles, like we're going to come in as a team.
Well, I've gone Frenchman because they play with a bit of flair. They need a bit of excitement. You know, maybe that's why I've gone with Quentin Alice. But yeah, a bit of a rogue one for me.
Yeah, if you have a more niche suggestion than that from Alex Island, do let us know on the live chat. I think I would go for whichever of the Williams sisters is available at the time. There is the reminder to chat with us, and we might even get some of our spectators in. I mean, the ITF might not want to hear this, but the Dingles has drawn a bigger in-person crowd this evening than the singles matches have done through the day. So there is certainly something to this, even if it is. I mean, I can't think of a word beyond mayhem that sort of better sums it up.
Organised chaos. We love it.
What I also like is at the start to decide who feeds the ball. Instead of doing the conventional, let's do a coin toss or a racket spin. No, let's play rock, scissors, paper.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Ooh,
let's
rock,
see
scissors, paper. I've never heard it say like that. That's interesting.
Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors.
I was like, oh, is there a different way to say it?
I've heard the Americanized scissor, paper, stone, but not.
I like that. That's traditional to the progress story.
Well, that's either the pressure of being on commentary or the chaos that you're trying to comprehend in front of you.
It's been a long day. It's been a long day way of commentating.
What are the 3 things in rock, paper, scissors? What are you going for? What are you opening with that, Hyman?
I'm going for rock, just rock solid.
Rock solid.
Just like Ryan's story on the backhand cross, rock solid.
I'm going for paper because I know he's going rock.
Yeah, there we go. All
right.
I thought that would be the right option.
The call of Dingles from Barry Fulcher, who stepped in as umpire for this one.
Guys, I'm not seeing many comments in the comment section. At the moment, we're at a solid 0. If you are watching, do let us know that you're enjoying it. Or we may just have to end the stream immediately.
We are tied up at 3-3 in this second Dingles match. Each side having won a doubles point and a singles point in alternate games.
If you are enjoying the stream, make sure you do press the subscribe button, the notification bell, so you get access to videos like this, more streams like this coming up in the days ahead. So yeah, we'll be doing our best.
That's the caller of Dingles. We're into doubles.
This is the one you want to watch. Ryan's story against Lumsden all day long.
All 3 points going the way of the Luigis in green there. They won the singles point courtesy of an unforced error. And then same with the doubles where it went long.
There's the teams that are waiting to see who they play in the final. David Quayle and Finn Bass await.
Do you remember Clay and Finn Bass's nicknames?
Finn Bass, goodness, I know what it is. It's my mind's gone blank.
What, fish? Something about the fish?
Surely.
Fisherman.
Or a shark fin?
He has got an official nickname for this.
Oh, he does. They all have official nicknames.
But what is it?
We like the Archbishop, but I can't remember who that was now.
That's Marshall Tutu.
There we go. Yes, that makes a lot of sense.
Somebody's just commented. We have our first comment, guys. Are you going to play a set? Are we actually going to play some tennis, or are you like? Is this it? This is the set. This is the Dingles challenge, where this is the game.
Do they want the 3 of us to go down and play a set? Is that
I see. We'd need all 3 of us. Oh, could do triples. 3 against 3.
3 against 3.
That's the next game.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Two of the
players go at the net.
Across
the
court.
They're at the net. Like you get 2 at the net and 2 at the back. 1 at the net and 2 at the back.
The pace of evolution. That no sooner have we seen Dingles on live stream, we're already finding new games of tennis to enjoy. And
what a rally.
Yes. Oh, yeah, points again for the Greens, and they're moving into an imposing lead in this one.
Ryan Story leading the way for the Greens on that occasion.
14-4 now, a 10-point margin. The Greens 2/3 of the way towards their 21-point target. Whites only just off the mark. And
any tactics that you have for this for winning Dingles? Apart from having a great feed to start off with.
I think they're going too nice on the feeds, actually.
Yeah.
Just saw that on Cantor. I think that's too nice. You've got to make it.
I'd be feeding terrible.
Yeah.
Like the worst feed possible.
I don't know if there is a rule about going drop shot off the feed.
I think there isn't. I asked.
Anything goes.
Yeah. Like one of these slicey super feeds. In fact, I even did a recent Instagram post where I did a crazy feed as a serve, and I think it's almost unreturnable.
Yeah, why not? That was a bit better from the feed from Tutu.
All 3 points again going to the Greens though, 17-4.
Closing that net down. He didn't hold back on that one. MTB Luca says Ryan chops all these bunnies.
Comeback would be nice.
The Greens will be Dingles champions, they reckon. Thank you, Theo, for your input.
Are you going down for the presentation between the semis and the final? Well, that will be great to hear as the Greens have locked this one up. There was only really any competition in the opening 2 rounds of that, where the whites were able to score any points. In the end, the greens have wrapped it up comprehensive there after winning every single point going. And there we have it, 2 semi-finals in the books, Alex.
Isn't there a £500 reward here on offer? I think so. That's what they're playing for.
Well,
that's what I heard. A voucher, £500 to spend on hotels, courtesy of Hotel Planner. I think that's what they're playing for. So they'll be eager to win that one.
Certainly will. A way to turn a fun game into something that gets a little bit more serious. And one of the storylines of the final we've got coming up between the Blues and the Greens is certainly the fact that Alexis Cantor and Finn Bass will meet across court once again, having just played that mammoth 3-set match against one another. They look fairly good-humoured just there.
It's all going to change once that feed comes in.
We are going down to Alex Simon, who's courtside with the players.
All right, there we go. So final set, Finalist. Take it away over, please. Just a quick preview. David Quayle, Finn Bass. A pretty convincing start. I mean, it got a bit close though, didn't it?
Yeah, it was nibbly. But yeah, backhand cross is my favourite. I mean, yeah, I like it. I mean, watch out, Stas. So.
Yeah, it was a bit of a slow start, but then we got
got
it together.
We found a rhythm. So
what was the winning strategy? Just so you can tell your opponents.
I didn't miss a backhand cross, and Finn played lights out. So yeah, good luck to anyone playing against. Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, we will go to them. We'll let them have a word. The green team. You've been called Luigi's up there. How do you feel about that?
Oh, I like that. Unbelievable. Unbelievable game.
What was the winning formula for you guys? Just a little bit too good out there, or?
I didn't miss a ball and he just did all the work, so it helped.
Perfect combo.
I mean, you were locked into some backhand exchanges that were going on for a while. You must have getting a bit bored.
I just love it. I just know he's not going to miss.
All right then.
You hear that, Quayle? You hear that?
We're going to let you get ready for the final. It's there's been some there's been some action in the chat. So it's all to play for, boys. Good luck.
Who are you picking?
I am not going to put myself in that position. So good luck to all of you. All right, there we go. Final is coming up in just a minute's time. These guys are going to get ready. It's the Luigi's, the green team against the men in blue, David Quayle and Finn Bass. Final coming up for you now. Going to give you back to Will Shepherd and Alex Slavinsky.
Green team and the blue team heading onto the court. Final words from Barry to make sure everyone fully understands how this final is going to work.
There we go. Rock, paper, scissors. Who's going to win it?
Oh, we've got to go to a second round.
Yeah.
And in the end, it is Finn Bass who wins it with the paper.
Difficult for the umpires, I think. So many shots being played at the same time, 2 rallies going on at the same time. I guess one of them has to watch one rally, the other one the other. I can understand why you need 2 umpires for this.
Yeah, 2 umpires, 3 commentators. And lots of spectators. We are underway. It's the Blues feeding. Singles point won by the Blues. We are at Dingles.
We do have that ball on court. Is it going to be an effect? What if you hit the ball? I think you'd be aiming for that ball now.
Yeah, good tactic. Eventually, Cantor goes forward. Both players have been playing back. Now the Blues decide to go for the same, and Finn Bass immediately called into action, having got to the net. He goes for the drop over. Cantor with the volley that's long, and the Blues
3 points straight away.
That's an excellent start, isn't it?
That's how Dingles are supposed to be played. The ancient game of Dingles.
They are 1/7 of their way toward that £500 hotel token. That's a point lost by the Blues. Greens have the advantage now.
Oh, it's a close call there. Both teams carrying on. Oh, it's hit the net.
Tie game. 3 apiece.
I feel like the quality of match has suddenly gone up from their semi-finals. The final is suddenly got really serious. They're really going for it.
They really are. They do not want to lose.
Notice some of them actually doing a feed with a topspin feed happening. Don't feel like they've got much of an advantage with that feed though. And a mistake there by Cantor.
And for the first time, we see the points shared, I believe. I think that's 2 for the Blues, 1 for the Greens. It is indeed, so a 1-point margin for the Blues, who will feed here.
Is it alternate feeds? Is that the rule? One
Seems
per
to be,
team.
yes. Although actually maybe the Greens had 2 in a row.
Or is it tie-break feeding? Oh, I'm not sure. Oh, he's missed it. He's overcooked it. He has overcooked it. He looked so comfortable in that volley, like he had all the time in the world. Wanted it too much.
7-4 Greens. So from a point behind to 2 ahead, having won both the singles and the doubles points.
Yeah.
And the Greens will feed. Cantor looking for revenge from his singles defeat to Finn Bass. That's surely long on that shot.
Way in. Keep play. Another tight call. Got a smash.
Singles going on for a long time here.
So much tougher to put the ball away, and he's missed that smash. Both players missing the ball.
So, I mean, they went out at the same time. So, arguably, they're both singles points, but all 3 going to the Green, who now double the Blues, 10-5.
I think the fact that his partner came across to hit that smash has put him off, in turn forcing the mistake on the other cross court, and we have straight away a mistake, but win the doubles point, so managed to scramble back one of the points.
Damage limitation. It will be 11-7 now. Greens. A challenge for our camera operators, having to decide which player to follow as they come close together and then move further away. They're doing an excellent job down there to keep bringing us these pictures. We are enjoying
so much energy, and the pass through the middle, found the gap. A tactic that you guys can use in your doubles. Of course, the singles turns into a doubles point, so you have to mentally adjust what you're going to do, and Alexis Cantor did that perfectly.
Well, I was just thinking that transition between your communications, you know, you're not communicating with your partner for the singles, and then you suddenly got to snap into that, suddenly got to be aware of what they're saying to you, and the Blues on that occasion not able to adjust quickly enough. 13-8 Greens. Over halfway there. Rare that we see in the singles bit the balls at opposite ends of the court. Point goes to the Blues on the singles.
What happened there? Why did they stop?
Yeah.
Did they think, oh, the ball's on court, we have to stop because it's in play? The ball is still in play, I'm sorry. They're replaying the point. What are these rules? Why are they replaying the point? Because the ball was on the court? Yeah, that's part of the... Oh, no. Well,
an inquiry maybe needing to be launched into that decision, as the Blues not able to recompose themselves. Both of their shots going into the net, and a 16-8 lead.
I think karma prevailed there. They both lost the point anyway, even though they've replayed it. Long rally here, both teams refusing to miss, but it's Bass with a mistake in the net. We've got, of course, the doubles point now.
And the Blues claim something out of this one. Oh, no, they cannot.
That lob was fantastic.
Perfectly placed. Quayle desperately trying to get back, but miscued it, missed the shot, and the Greens could win it here. Remember, first to 21, and they are on 19. They just need to win the doubles point. That feed was too early.
One team electing to get a bit of shape and height on the ball. Now, of course, doubles point. Trying to hit flatter through the court. And Finn Bass looking so smooth and calm at the net. Putting the ball away. Too easy.
Match point for the Greens. Again, 20 points to 10. They lead. Surely the comeback here impossible for the Blues, but we did see the Greens score 17 unanswered points in their semi-final. Could the Blues do the same? That will be that out from the Blues. That will be the single point to the Greens. That is all they need. And we will play on until the end of this doubles point.
Well, a single point is only 1 point, isn't it?
It is. They needed that 21.
Oh, I see. The points have updated.
There it is, our first champions of the Dingles Challenge here at the Novellus Easter Bowl.
History has been made.
Yeah, the first names on the trophy. You can never have that taken away from you, Alex.
No, Dingles champion.
And yeah, disappointment for Quayle and Bass. As we mentioned, Kantar bouncing right back from that singles defeat to Bass to beat him in the Dingles here.
Well done, boy.
And over to Alex.
That was a heck of a Dingles event. The Luigi's come out on top, though.
We did. We did.
Tell me about that final match, because it was unknown who was going to win that.
I was just having a battle with Quayle on the cross. See who had missed first. And then these two were doing the damage on the cross, and they were opening up. So I just did my job and was solid.
Yeah. And Kantar, you've come off the back of a tough loss, but you turned things around quick.
Yeah, I knew there was a lot on the line. Didn't want to let this guy down. There's no better way to come back after a loss than giving yourself the opportunity to win a Dingles event.
Good teammate to have.
And yeah, very good from him, eh?
And it was nice. It was not.
You were going to come out with something there.
It was nice playing the guy that beat me in the final. Get a bit of revenge.
Yeah, nice. I think that must be always nice. A bit of revenge, a bit of bragging rights. You know, that's what we're here for, after all.
Yeah, I'm going to put that in my Instagram bio. Dingles champion.
What's the official title? Luigi's Dingles champion.
Yeah, I'm going to put it in there tonight.
Yeah.
Do you think that has a place, Dingles, in tennis? Do you think we can make more of a thing of it?
I think so. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. You could definitely put it on like the end of days or like tournaments, like little exhibitions, maybe before events. Yeah, it's good fun.
Alexis, what do you reckon?
Yeah, 100%. It's good fun. I feel a lot better now than I did half an hour ago. So there you go. That's proof of how fun it is.
All right, there we go. You heard it here first. The Luigi's, the green team, champions of the first ever Dingles event live at the Progress Tour Novellus Easter Bowl. Congratulations, guys. Back to singles action tomorrow, but I'll let you get off. No trophy for you. Sorry, but maybe we can do that by the end of the week. We'll have a nice little ceremony dedicated to you guys. That sound all right?
Lovely.
Great.
Perfect.
Yeah,
all right. Well, there you go. That brings a close to Dingles action here on day 2 of the Progress Tour Novellus Easter Bowl. We'll see you all tomorrow for live singles action from 10 a.m.
The Progress Tour presents the Novellus Easter Bowl. It's showtime. The Progress Tour presents the Novellus Easter Bowl. It's showtime.
Hello and welcome to final time of the Novellus Easter Bowl, hosted by the Progress Tour and Cardiff Metropolitan University. Joined by Alex Slabinski and Barry Fulcher to lead us into the final. It's been a highly anticipated match. We've been waiting for this all week, haven't we, Alex?
Exciting prospect. We've witnessed the semi-final legs and an unfortunate injury forced one of the players out. So we've got an interesting final to look forward to. Two great players. How do you think it's going to go?
Yeah, I mean, it's only right that we've seen another humdinger of a day here, semi-finals this morning, another 3-hour battle. That Alexis Kanter's come through, really showing his grit once again. So we see a very interesting matchup between Ryan Story and Alexis Kanter. It's our sort of Dingles winners, Dingles champions that are going to face off. Should be good.
Yeah, I mean, they played together. We were saying before, they played together and now they're against each other. We were saying how good of a teammate they were to each other. Kanter had just come off a really tough loss, but then he got himself together to get the win with Ryan. How are they going to manage to put that aside now, put that friendship aside?
I think in the final, all bets are off. Every man for himself. And they'll know each other well. They've both played a lot of matches. They've played 3 matches each already, well, 4 matches now behind the belt. And that's the beauty of this event, that they're able to compete and able to get 4 matches before the final. So it's going to be a good one. Really looking forward to it. And of course, we're going to be bringing you some commentary from the box, in-game analysis, and I might even get on court and do some coaching as well. Who knows?
Very good. I'd quite like that, Barry. Have you enjoyed Alex's coaching this week?
Well, it's been our goal to sort of do things a little bit differently and really try and create some engaging viewing for the guys at home. So, yeah, it's been brilliant. It's been everything I wanted and a bit more. So it's been brilliant. We look forward to a great final. Should be a humdinger. The guys have worked their socks off. We've got some tired bodies out there, but I think we'll put that to one side and we're going to see them get really stuck in out there. Should be great.
One last push.
One last push, indeed. One last push, absolutely. So let's hear from Alexis Kanter before this one.
My name's Alexis Kanter. I'm 26 years old. I'm from Oxfordshire and I train in London. I grew up playing at the local leisure centre that was built shortly after I was born in Abingdon. Grew up playing there, started with some mini red groups and took an enjoyment to it straight away. And then I had a coach there, Ed Izzard, who was a great guy, kind of helped get my enjoyment for the game from an early age and develop me technically. And then from around the age of 12, my dad took over as my main coach, and he has been ever since, and he's taken me to do some great things. Yeah, so I won the UTR here, and that was great. That's probably my biggest win in the last couple of years. I'd switched racket for that tournament to the Babolat Aero. First time I switched from the blade in a long time, and that seemed to help me, beat some really good players and was feeling really confident. I think my biggest achievement overall in my tennis career is being able to keep enjoying playing. I think, you got the material results. I made the top 50 in juniors in the world. I played junior Wimbledon, played Tsitsipas on the courts there, which was a great memory. But my greatest achievement is being able to keep enjoying it. A lot of guys don't. Yeah, I know everybody here pretty well. There's a guy standing right behind you right now, Ryan Story, who I've known for my whole junior career. Very funny guy, unbelievably good looking as well.
Yeah, great to hear from Alexis Kanter there ahead of this one. He's just been warming up, getting his body ready. And someone who has been helping with that all week is Anna Saunders. Anna, you've been helping with the sports therapy side of things this week. How just generally has it gone?
Yeah, I think it's gone really well. I think it's been a really great opportunity, one, to sort of take in the purpose of this whole tournament, which has been to sort of be really student-led and give students a really great opportunity to get involved, to get hands-on. We've had a really incredible team of 4 interns who have been here, and it's been really exciting for us to kind of do something really different. I think tennis is very unique when it comes to medical care, and a lot of the time players kind of fend for themselves, and it's been really lovely to sort of have that big group attitude where us as a medical team are here to support them in whatever they need. We've had 2 hubs. We've had the matchday hub and we've had the recovery hub, which kind of just offers those players whatever they need, both during the match and also after, to recover.
What has been the difference between your sort of setup here in the changing room when players immediately can go off court and get their recovery session in with you? What's the difference between that one and then the hub at the hotel specifically? Is there any difference?
Oh yeah, 100%. I think massively the players, when they are here, they want to be prepped and ready to go. The students have been really great at being really specific about what that treatment looks like, kind of waking the muscles up, getting that blood flow going, just making sure they're happy and ready to go. Any sort of niggles that they've got sort of are put at ease, and they can go onto the court looking really, really healthy and feeling really strong. And that's also involved some tape. Getting some sport tape on, which has been a company that's really supported us this whole time, and just making sure they're feeling strong. I think back at the hotel, the massive focus has been just letting the boys breathe. It's been a really nice environment, sort of sitting together, putting some music on, and just getting that nice sort of relaxing, deep, soft tissue where they can just breathe and sort of decompress. That's been the word of the tournament when they come in, is decompress, take some time. Yeah, word of the week, just to sort of reflect. And the boys know each other really well, so I think as well for them it's been a really lovely time to sort of not be on the court and be competitors, but sort of come together and be tennis players who love tennis and are just communicating but also recovering and relaxing after their tournament day.
Yeah, there's certainly been good, camaraderie between the players, but also in your team, your therapy team. You obviously know each other really well. They're all students that you've gathered together.
Yeah, exactly. So kind of as Cardiff Met goes, you put out applications and the students get on board, and the 4 that are here with us have been really, really keen, and that's been one of the best things that we've seen, and I think it's come across to the players. I know David Quayle had a really great conversation with him where he was like, everyone's so keen, like they actually want to work and do it, and the students have loved it and they've really got hands-on with it, which has been really lovely to see. And as a team, I think everyone that is here is just got on, and that's what's made the event just that 10 times better.
All right then, just finally, from your perspective, obviously we just see Alexis Cantor doing his ball warm-ups here. What would you suggest? What would your advice to these guys before they come on to a match in a big final, especially after they've played a long week of tennis? Like, physically, how should they prepare themselves? Is it a foam roll for 10 minutes before they come on? What would you be telling them? So
we've had both of the final boys in our recovery, in our matchday hub just now. So they've been with, each of them's been with one of our therapists. So Em and Zach have got them all ready to go. And it's just a case of flushing through, getting that blood flowing, getting the legs nice and warm. Both lads have had a tough game today. So it was about, again, word of the week, decompressing, letting them sort of put the semis behind them, letting them get that focus on the final. But yeah, just flushing the legs, getting any of those little niggles sorted, fresh tape on, all those sorts of things. And again, Alexis is doing it pretty well, sort of waking your mind up and getting yourself ready to go. So yeah.
Anna, thanks so much for everything this week. It's been quality to see the players make use of it and to have all of you here. So yeah, on behalf of the Progress Store, thanks so much.
Yeah, no worries. It's been great to be here. Thank you very much.
And see you soon for the next one.
Yes, see you soon for the next one.
All right, there we go. Great to hear from Anna Saunders there. We've heard from Alexis Cantor. Let's now hear from his opponent for the final, Ryan Story.
Hi, my name is Ryan Story. I'm 27. I live in southwest London in Sheen, and I train at Duke's Meadows. A couple of highlights of my tennis career is probably playing Wimbledon when I was 19, played men's qualifying, I played at ATP 250, and yeah, I won a couple of ITFs. Yeah, I chose to play this, obviously handy that there's some money involved, and then yeah, break from coaching for the week, come play some tennis. Yeah, why not? Yeah, I pretty much know every player here. And I'm sharing with Alexis this week, who I know very well. So yeah, all familiar faces. Yeah, mentally, physically feeling pretty good. Just ready to have some fun. Hit a few balls, Yeah. Yeah, looking forward to it. He's a bit of a ball machine, so going to be some long rallies. I've actually been hit with Maya the last couple of weeks, his sister. So yeah, now I get to play the other sibling.
Yeah, great to hear from Ryan Story there, our second finalist of the day. He was a bit fortunate at the end of his semi-final. Finn Bass having to retire at 6-5 in the second set after the first set went to Story. What do you think it was? Was it just physically Finn had nothing left in the tank, or was there an injury involved?
Yeah, I had a chat with him afterwards. He did pick up a little niggle in the first set with the top of his leg, sort of hammy into glute. He was managing it, as we could see on comms there. We chatted through it. He was struggling, no doubt, but was still competing hard. And he said he hit a volley sort of, I think, in that penultimate game that just put it over the edge, and said like struggling through and just decided he couldn't. And, you know, fair play to him. He dug deep and competed as hard as he could, but just couldn't keep going. So
Ryan Story is someone who they've talked about a lot as having sort of the freedom to just play. He obviously coaches a lot at Dukes Meadows. How do you think that can have an influence in his sort of next few years of his playing career while it still continues?
Yeah, I mean, I've done it myself. I think when you are not playing full time and you are doing different things, it sort of eases the pressure somewhat. When you do go out and compete, you can appreciate it more, the highs and the lows, and take those in your stride perhaps a bit more than when you are all day, every day, tennis. So I think, you know, he clearly thrives off that sort of relaxed feeling. I was chatting to him yesterday, and you know, he was saying he just absolutely loves competing, which, you know, same feeling I share, and you can see that when he's on the court, just the getting dug in and that sort of adrenaline that comes with competing. It's hard to replace that for players, so that's why he's out there battling and doing a great job of it.
Yeah, no, he played a blinder, and he has done all week. He's been putting on some performances which our viewers have obviously been lucky enough to watch, and then just sort of previewing his opponent tonight, Alexis Cantor. You can see him getting ready there and things like that. He's had someone with him today doing some stats. It looked like
his dad. Yeah, I think Alexis is long-term coach and biggest supporter, no doubt, his dad. He's joined him yesterday and today, so I know Alexis really values his sort of presence here. And yeah, like we've talked about a lot through the week, Alexis is on some fine form. Despite all the battles he's played and, you know, lost and won, he's looking in good shape and looks raring to go.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys could see, but Alexis was just doing some final stretches there and getting underway with his ball warm-ups and things like that. There's so much preparation that goes into these sorts of matches, you know, years and years of practice, years and years of training, and we're just going to smoothly ease him into this pre-match interview, and yeah, he can come in the middle. Alexis, we're back in this position sooner than I thought. What have you done the last hour to get ready?
I strung 2 rackets.
The life of a tennis player.
Yeah, I had some food and got a massage, and tried to just, you know, relax mentally as much as possible.
How is the body feeling now?
Yeah, bit fatigued, but I feel fine. Like, not too much soreness, ready to go.
Would it be fair to say that you'd prefer less time to, you know, really just cool down? It's actually you prefer to just get this ball rolling for the final.
No, I think the time that I had was good. I think it was nice. It meant I could prepare my rackets, meant I could have a nice bit of food and get a massage. So I was pleased for the time.
And just finally, you're playing Ryan Story, a familiar friend, Dingles, champion. How are you going to put that aside, or are you just going to have a lot of fun out there as well?
I have fun, but I'm going to focus on myself. Like, I'm just going to focus on the ball that's coming to me. He, you know, looks very relaxed when he's playing, but I know he cares a hell of a lot, so I'm just going to focus on me.
Barry, any final questions for Alexis?
No, you know, we've talked a lot about how much form you're on. You've come into this final, earned your way through the hard way, and it's been fantastic to see you compete and dig your heels in so much. So let's see a great final out there. Get stuck in and enjoy.
Thanks.
Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, Alexis Cantor, bidding to make his second consecutive Cardiff Met tournament a win. Yes. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, he was here last only 4-5 weeks ago now. He won the UTR Pro Tennis Tour in partnership with the Progress Tour here in Cardiff. So he's on some form here.
Someone else who's on in some form, Ryan Story. I was just saying to Alexis, we've seen each other a fair bit today, and it's sooner than I thought we were back in a pre-match interview. But you keep on winning, so, you know, that's what happens.
Keep it going, huh? Yeah.
I asked Alexis what he's done in the last hour or so. You haven't had that long. You've had probably about half an hour. What have you been doing in that time?
Had a little massage, sandwich, got my racket strung. Just had a little double espresso, downed it. So I'm ready to go.
Double espresso, you approve of that, Barry?
Yeah, well, just as he ran up the hill there, I said that's right out of my book right there.
Yeah.
It's good. Give a little boost, but yeah, no, you've worked your way through. You're looking relaxed out there, and as Alexis said, he knows how much you care about this just as much as he does. So I think we're in for a great final.
Yeah, Dingles aside now. I mean, what tactically is just the same the rest of the week, or physically will you need to shorten up some points? What's going through your head?
I'll just play the same as I have been this week. Just keep swinging. Hopefully the ball goes in. You know?
Just like you coach your players, you do the same on court.
If the ball doesn't go in, then I'm in trouble. Yeah.
Do the basics well. I'm sure you'll be all right today.
Exactly.
Good luck, Ryan.
Get out there and enjoy.
Enjoy. Yeah, there we go. So both players seem pretty happy. They both played their semi-finals, but you know they seem raring to go.
Yeah, I mean these guys, like we've discussed, they've been through a lot on the court. There's a lot of court time being put in by all 8 players across the first 3 days, and again today we've had some long matches. The balls are playing pretty slow, and despite how tired these guys are, I think they'll be up for it, feeling fresh, ready to go again.
I was just about to bring him in. We want to get final predictions now. It's time for us to get final predictions, and then we're going to go up and get ready for the warm up. Alex,
I'm going to go for Alexis Cantor here.
Okay, don't say that too loudly.
Alexis Cantor. 3 sets.
Okay, there we go. It's going to be another late one. Barry?
I'll go Story in 3 sets.
Okay, I'm staying clear of the predictions because I like them as mates for now. So, yeah, we're going to... it's fine. We're going to run up to the commentary box and get ready for this one. But, yeah, we'll see in a moment for this final match of the Progress Tour's Novellus Easter Bowl. Head up to the commentary box, and we are all set to go for the final of the Progress Tour's Novellus Easter Bowl here at Cardiff Metropolitan University. Alex, it's been a long-awaited matchup, this one, but the Dingles champions from Wednesday evening are now about to face off in an anticipated final.
Do we know who won last time between these two?
That's a good question. The head-to-head graphic we're going to have a little look at. And does it tell us who won the last meeting? It doesn't.
So currently the UTR stands very similar, 12.93 compared to 12.97. ATP ranking, of course, Alexis Cantor is still ranked 1088. Ryan Story has lost his points, although he has been ranked as high as 600 in the world. So both players, I would say, are pretty evenly matched out there.
As the players just warming up on our screens, just final preparations. They'll be pretty warm though, given the fact that both players have just played semi-final matches. Alexis Cantor on your screens, 26 years of age, as you just mentioned. Been up inside the world's top 800, so quality player.
having a very, very good 2025 as well. We've said it time and time again, but loves to play in Cardiff, where he's been crowned champion before. 16-7 on the year is Cantor. He'll be facing off good friend Ryan Story. 27 years of age. Current ATP ranking he doesn't have at the moment, but has been as high as 626 back in 2018. That was when he was playing more often on the tour. Now has turned his attentions to coaching, but still very much enjoys playing, absolutely loves competing. And as you can see there, the 2025 win-loss is just 2-1, so pretty impressive that he's managed to pull together many wins this week, given that he hasn't actually been on the match court all too often.
And although for players who are competing on tour, it's a good one, a good event to get stuck into, to gain a little bit of form, a little bit of confidence. For someone who's coaching, it's going to be brutal on the body, playing 5 matches now in 4 days. I know I'd be in pain. And it's interesting, it's Finn Bass who's the one that got injured. Story looks fresh out there.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive how he's able to maintain such a high level of fitness throughout. And yeah, it is during competition weeks, of course, players won't be able to stay, doing the fitness sessions that they're so accustomed to doing in training weeks, but they still do a lot of that work behind the scenes, especially in the recovery hubs that we've had here this week, both on site in the tennis centre and at the hotel. As we just listen into the umpire who sets this one up.
Alexis Cantor, of course, coming through the previous rubber in 3 sets, 3 close contested sets, so playing for over 3 hours already on court today. Will this be evident today in this last final match? Story, of course, had someone who pulled out in the 2nd set, so almost a 2-set victory. Is that time spent on court going to count for something here?
Yeah, it looked just before as if Finn Bass, it was, who Story was up against in the semi-final earlier on today. Looked as if he was going to nick back the 2nd set from Ryan, but Story held strong and managed to find a way to just hold things off for a little bit, slow time down, and eventually Finn Bass just couldn't carry on.
And we have another prediction from one of the viewers from Endgame. Prediction of Cantor in 3 sets. It's a worthy prediction.
Yeah,
Cantor's been in good form.
Yeah.
But are those miles in the legs this week going to play a part in this final?
30 seconds.
Of course, the warm-up consists of ground strokes, volleys and serves. Players will be just warming up their serve, just getting the shoulder ready to fire some cannons out there. When you do warm up the serve there at the start, you want to hit all the different serve variations. See Story here hitting the wide serve, wide flat serves, then he'll hit a more topspin serve, a slice serve. You want to try hit a few T. There he went for a little kick. Just to give yourself all those serves that you're going to hit in the match. So when it comes to it and under pressure, you're able to execute. Of course, both these players are going to, they're no stranger to hitting shots. They would have put in a lot of hours on the practice court leading up to the event and already here at the event, so they've played a lot of tennis. And now it's the last match, the last push.
The final showdown. Yeah, this is where the hours on court come to fruition, because
I think I just worked out my walk-on song, Final Countdown.
Yeah, the final. Yeah, like that. That would suggest that you're making finals week in, week out.
That is confident. you gotta think confident.
Here we go then.
Ready, play.
Ryan Story to start us off.
A nice wide angle serve there, getting Kanter straight away out of court. Slightly better server of the two, in my opinion. Ryan Story has a little bit more in that serve, a little bit more power.
Yeah, has a little bit more pop. Yeah, I think I'd agree with you there.
From the back, more flat on these shots, possibly a little bit more power from the ground. Kanter, the more consistent, more of a good mover, but has added a dimension of the attack game into his game, into his locker. So he's going to be using that today, hopefully. But at the moment, 3 unanswered serves.
One. 40-15.
I always found that when I got tired on a court, the first thing that would make that obvious is my serve, because my legs would stop driving.
Yeah.
Is that fair for a lot of players?
I think so, yeah. Something that goes first when you take some time off as well, which I find out all too often. Your mind thinks that you can hit big serves, and they just don't seem to fire the same. But that's not the issue for Ryan Story here, as he goes 1-love up in a quick service game.
Just what you want when you're hoping to clinch the title. Good energy from Kanter being shown there, just running out of the change of ends. Good energy, good to get himself going ahead of his first service game. Run out any of the tightness. Said he had a massage and lots of food in between after his semi-final and coming on for this final. Wow, what a return from Ryan Story. Covering the laces of Kanter's shoes on the baseline. Oh, classy from Story. Again, getting all over the baseline on that return. And then he was up to it in a flash, but took us all by surprise by hitting the drop shot. And it was hit to perfection. Love 30 now.
Out. 15-30.
He nearly made that. Nearly. Wasn't far off.
At 30 all.
An important point there to get your first serve in. Story will be disappointed having got the strings on that ball, but didn't make the return.
Great serving. First, he's coming at the right time.
What did I say about who's the biggest server at the moment? Oh, I think it was a net cord, possibly.
I called fault.
Oh.
Immediately.
Oh.
Fault.
It's tough. Tough for Cantor to take that. That's a nasty slice from Story,
40.
causing all sorts of trouble for Cantor.
Mixing up play there with that slice, the tempo. Cantor, of course, loves that rhythm from the back. Not giving him the same ball twice makes it very difficult for him to handle.
We were just learning from Cantor there in the pre-match interview that he went off and strung 2 rackets in the break that he had after a semi-final and final. So, yeah, preparation is everything, and he'll be feeling glad that he's done that.
Story, on the other hand, got his racket restrung by someone else.
Yeah, let someone else do the work.
Do the hard
That's
work.
what I would have done.
Find ourselves a deuce. Cantor will be looking to get a good first serve in, and he does, but straight into the forehand side, the forehand slot of Story, who unleashes on it cross court, making it so difficult to return after that.
Wow, what a return. Brings up another break point for Story.
And I feel like this is something that Lumsden in the previous match didn't quite have. He had the aggressive returns, but not the firepower that he can just take the ball out and steal a point like that. And now Cantor may be conscious that he doesn't want Story to attack and could even cause that miss of serve.
Yes.
Didn't miss by much. Heard the net tape go off. Yeah, he does possess that firepower that maybe is just a little bit more than Lumsden, so has the ability to hurt Cantor. And yeah, potentially Cantor might struggle with it in this match, but so far he's just holding on.
Up. Advantage Cantor. Again Cantor. 1 game off.
A solid hold. Got things done when he needed to.
Yeah, both players secure the early hold after opportunities for Story to go an early break. Cantor resets, and we're level at 1-1 in this first set of the final of the Progress Tour, the Novellus Easter Bowl.
Left. Plus service.
Big wide serve there. Again, pushing out. Canter.
Seeing a fair few wide serves actually early on. Maybe that's just trying to test their opponent physically early on, probably.
Well, he started the match with a wide serve and now started this game with a wide serve. Until Canter makes one back, you know, he needs to keep testing it. Oh, it's a big second serve return there.
Wow, what a return. Just waiting to hear the confirmation from the umpire that it was good. And Canter just unleashed on that return.
He's like, I can do that too.
Yeah.
He did it to me.
Long one, long one. Right, 15.
He's going to have to work extra hard there.
I will be like
The back behind that you were talking about.
Yeah.
I did.
I don't think Story heard the call before.
Yeah, just asking the umpire for it to be louder.
And sometimes as a server, you kind of want to know whether the ball is wide or long. They say out, and
yeah, it's not very helpful.
You kind of want to know because the wide serve, you can tell whether you've hit it out wide or not because you can see the line so clearly. The deep one, you can't always be sure.
Yeah.
When the mistake comes on the wide one, it's extra painful.
40-15. What?
If you've just joined us, welcome to the channel, welcome to the stream, and welcome.
Maybe a questions graphic if you've got time, Sheik.
The Novellus Easter Bowl Progress Tour event, hosted by us, Top Tennis Training. We find ourselves in the final. We've gone through the group stages, we've gone through the semi-finals, and now we are in the final. You can leave your comments in the live chat. You can forward your questions about tennis, about your game, about improvement, or anything tennis related. You can leave us a message.
Thank you.
Show your support, and yeah, let us know that you're watching.
Do you think it's an avenue, Alex, that you'd like to do some more, hosting some live events and things like this?
I think so. I think it's something that we haven't explored, haven't done much before. It'd be interesting to hear what people think, whether it's something that people would like to see more of. I think, you know, we are a tennis company. We do, you know, our main area of expertise is coaching tennis and improving players. So what better way than to watch professional players do all the things that we preach? Now that we're getting old and can't do it ourselves sometimes.
Yeah, we'll get someone else to just show it.
Yeah.
Do you often get people asking you to create certain videos and asking for certain content?
Yeah, yeah, and you hear sometimes similar things, and then you think, okay, maybe there's something in this.
Yeah.
And sometimes, if we think it's a good topic that a larger volume of players are struggling with, we will try and create some material on it to help.
Okay.
And then if it's extra specialized, of course, the player can join us on court on one of our tennis holidays or tennis clinics that we hold all over the world, which can be found on our website, Top tennis-training.com.
Left 15.
Remedy, thank you for tuning in. He's here for the match.
Oh, great.
Glad to hear it. I hope you're enjoying the match so far.
Here for the duration. We'll ask you if you're still here in 3 hours' time when we've locked in a third.
We definitely will be.
Fifty now. Right, 15.
Yeah, bomb sent down from the arm of Cantor.
Raised his service level.
Yeah.
Another big serve, but Story gets it back. He's hustling. And it's a deep shot there. Got the depth.
What retrieval skills
so
from
important.
Ryan Story. How important is that for these sorts of players as they progress through to where they are now, to be able to learn those skills that you don't really get taught, the retrieval skills where it's just, you know, getting to a ball and making something of it?
Yeah, I think when we practice, we like to see ourselves as hitting winners, hitting aces, but I think most of the points won out there are
40.
with good defense, turning defense into attack, being able to sustain a higher tempo, and of course, depending on your game style, you may need to have some firepower as well, but I think it's so important to be able to have that base level which you are able to compete, able to get to balls, and this is where fitness comes into play, which is a crucial part of the modern game.
Yeah, tried to flatten it out, didn't he? Yeah. Sort of had enough of that rally.
And he misses. He missed a few of those already in this match and the previous one. And the reason he misses is he just straightens out his legs slightly too early, so he's already upright. And then he has to have a horizontal path of the racket, not able to lift it anymore because he's already up there. Just staying down through the shot for a little bit longer will help him clear that net.
Out. 15 left.
That was a close one. See if I can see it on the replay.
What thoughts?
I think Cantor
might have a point.
Might have a point there.
I will check with the net changeover.
Yeah, threads the needle, and Cantor read it well, but just unable to put that volley back into play. Like the change up.
And I wonder how much running is he going to make Cantor do, knowing he's already had some miles in those legs from the match before. Looking to add to them in this match. Of course, if it does go to the later stages of this match.
15.
Again, now it's a tight call on the other side. He's done one each.
You can ask Alexis.
He made up. He made up for his mistake. Again, sometimes I feel like maybe the referee was also looking for a reaction from the player.
I'm loving the back and forth between the players and the umpires. Makes for great viewing.
It's not a great drop shot. Somehow got away with it.
Ryan Story with the
2 drop shots that weren't great. I think Cantor got there really early, could have hit it.
Yeah.
And because he thought it was going to be better, he was already in that chopper grip.
So had to just go for a droppy.
Had to go for a droppy and then didn't hit one himself properly. So, I mean, even on that, he could have maybe even sliced and come forward.
Yeah.
Missed opportunity there for Cantor for sure.
Just saw Cantor's father in shot there as he walked by him, charting the matches today. So a bit of extra support for the Oxfordshire man. Gone for it again. Oh, don't believe it.
He's missing that drop shot, and I think Story will keep making him chase it down again and again.
Yeah.
Again, adding to those miles in the legs.
Because even if he doesn't win all of them, he's still putting miles in Cantor's legs, as you say.
And which is going to cause him trouble in the later part of the match if it does go to 3 sets. He wants to be the fresher of the 2. Maybe it's something that he also feels, that Cantor is perhaps not as fast as he could be.
So 3-2 it is. The scoreboard yet to change over. 3-2 Story.
Yes, we have addressed the frozen scoreboard, which is now off. We're going to adjust it and put it back on screen for our viewers.
The umpire's gone walkabout.
I think he's searching for a missing ball. Maybe it's behind one of the stands.
There's Barry Fulcher just helping the umpires. Hopefully no delay in play, just as we collect the missing ball.
Of course, at this stage of the match, you can't add or introduce a new ball because the balls have obviously been used for some time, so they may need to take one out for as an example.
You have to find a similar ball, right?
Yes, of similar use, similar fluff levels, which is not always easy. But mind you, we've had so much tennis in the last few days. I'm sure that will be
should be all right.
Able to find one that's of similar fluff levels. Here we go. The player seems to agree. Looks good. And sometimes on tour, the referees will have a few balls on the side ready for that occasion. In case one goes missing, they will get it out and then reintroduce another ball. Of course, we do have a change of balls at 9 and 11. So still quite a few games to play here.
Left 15.
I felt to me that was the right shot to play it. Do you think, Alex?
Yeah, I'd say it wasn't a bad one. I mean, Story has certainly used the drop shot against him, so now he wanted to get one back, but didn't quite get the height on the ball. Tried to go for a very low flying drop shot, which are very difficult to execute. You have to time it absolutely perfect.
Oh, that one was just the right height though from Story. What a shot!
Wow, he's really making Cantor cover some ground, and it can be so frustrating when someone does that repeatedly against you, and you just can't seem to get to them. It's like they find your Achilles heel and keep on digging at it.
What are, you mentioned the height there, but what are the keys to a good drop shot from a racket technique standpoint?
Well, the first part is obviously disguise. You don't want the player knowing that you're going to do it from a mile away. You want to do it at the last second, so the grip change at the last second. Then you want to give it a little bit of height, because it's the backspin on the ball that's going to stop the ball dead, and you need to make the ball go up. A little bit of shape on it, and then you need to accelerate through it, so you can't be passive on it. So just like on a normal slice, you have to go through it, have your body weight going forward, and just adding more slice rather than forward momentum into the shot, causing it to go low and short.
It's just point construction at its best from Cantor there. Just having the patience to run around the forehand time and time again, just waiting for the right opportunity to switch direction down the line, and follows it in really well.
Definitely he's definitely the happier player when he's attacking, Story. Cantor is happy in defense as well, whereas I think Story really shines when he's in front in the rally.
What like we saw with Alcaraz emerging on the tour, he brought the drop shot back in so much and started to use it a lot more. And I always think, obviously, it's mixed in so nicely with his powerful forehand. The power he gets off that means his drop shot he actually doesn't have to hit as well, because the opponent is often retreating, thinking that Alcaraz is going big with the forehand, and then Alcaraz has a lot of room to manoeuvre with in the forecourt. Do you think that's quite nice, often for the players that play big on the forehand, that they have that drop shot in the locker too? Do you think that's important?
Yeah, and I think also it's not just the fact that you're using it because the player's deep and they have to chase the ball and expecting for you to hit a big shot. And yes, you know, it makes an effective shot if you can disguise it well. But it also, after you've done it a few times, like Story has done it now, it forces the player on the other side to adjust their court positioning and start standing closer to the baseline, making your big shots more effective, because they're starting to adjust, thinking, okay, there could come a drop shot, and then when you don't do it, they're no longer in that defensive position, because there's nothing worse than facing someone who's just making balls and they camp themselves deep behind that baseline, and you just can't get through them. The moment you start drop shotting them, you do it effectively a few times. Now they can't keep camping there, because they realize this is not the way to win. They start adjusting their positioning forward, and now your shots, your big shots, now have some penetration, and you start winning through that way. So it can be a double-edged sword, but you can definitely exploit their positioning through that drop shot.
Well watched. That was a shot that he probably wouldn't have expected to come back, but he kept his eye on the ball, did Cantor.
That was a big serve.
That was huge from Cantor.
118 miles an hour. It may have even broken the 120. Could be 122.
It's broken the speed gun.
It was pretty big. Went for another one. Had a little bit of slice there.
Game enter. 3 games fall.
And game, no problem. And gaming enjoyed the insights on into the drop shot as a way to disrupt the opponent's rhythm and positioning. Make them be a little bit more honest in where they're standing. And I think if Story wants to get some more penetration behind these shots, he's going to want to use that shot sometimes against Cantor, who's very happy standing far back and using his fitness and his speed to cover the court.
What did you used to do to really improve your speed aspect? You know, the side to side, the quick muscle fiber movement.
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's a lot of kind of plyometric work where you're using blocks to jump off, to jump onto, quick fire movements, sprints obviously on court. Then you have things like the fan drill where you stand in the middle of the baseline and you go to each corner. 5 corners, almost making like a half a snowflake on the court, which you have to
put a ball out in each corner. Is that the one?
Exactly. Which you'd see players doing, and then you've also got that one that you can make into a bigger one, so you do exactly the same, but now you go to the net where it's a much bigger fan, and then you can make them both combined, and then you have the suicide drills, which is the going from line to line. So you go tram line to tram, then to this service line, the middle line, sorry, then to the other singles line, and so on. So anything that will make you change direction quickly and timed. So you're always trying to beat your time. So if there's competition involved, players try to do their best. Because speed on a court, of course, if you put a sprinter onto a tennis court, they might be able to chase one ball down, but it's that ability to get there, stop, hit, and then recover, and then be able to go again. It's that change of direction and having your body weight in the correct direction in order to do that. That's what takes practice, and the better players do that very well, where their body weight, it's already part of the technique designed to be able to recover after the shot. It's not simply an afterthought. It's already ingrained into the technique of the shot.
No, I didn't say nothing.
And not sure what happened there with his querying whether the referee has said something. Maybe he thought that there was an out call.
Any excuse to get on the umpire's back at the moment.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
He's feeling the heat from both of the players.
Yeah.
It's like, I just have to get through this last match.
Got to be thick-skinned. Yeah, have been some good questions coming in on the chat. Keep them coming. Alex is eager to answer them. Keen to hear myself as well, some extra insight. We've touched a little bit on the drop shot. We've seen Ryan Story using that a lot so far in this match. So, yeah, we'll keep an eye on the tactics being used and deployed by both players as this match continues. The final of the Progress Tour's Easter Bowl, Novellus Easter Bowl. In partnership with Top Tennis Training, Alex Slubinski, the man himself.
Here in the box, ready to answer your questions. Where are you guys joining us from? You're mainly from the UK that watching this match, or are we having a more international viewership at the moment?
What time will it be in the States at the moment? A little bit earlier, isn't it? It's late morning.
Bit of morning watch.
Morning watch, yeah. Friday morning.
Get up, watch a bit of tennis, ready to go.
Nothing better than that.
Yeah. It's pretty much our day, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let service. Left.
If you haven't done so already, guys, make sure that you've pressed that subscribe button, the notification bell, so you don't miss out on future lessons from us, as well as future broadcasts.
Oh, that shot is something else. That just squash shot. I don't know what else to describe it as. But it's nasty.
Very effective, isn't it? We've got Remedy Path 9 AM working and watching in Canada.
Ah, okay.
So, Canadian fan, love it.
Is that a French-speaking part of Canada, or is it the other part? Great serving.
Definitely looks the slower of the two, Story, when he's walking around. Looks like he's possibly feeling it himself a little bit, fitness-wise.
What? Forty 15. What? Forty 30.
The first double fault there from Cantor. Probably the better time to do it. 40-15, still has another game point here on his serve.
Yeah, brilliant volley from Cantor. Stuck it into the open court so well.
And there we saw Story open that racket face, looking like he might drop shot, but then he hit through it. But Cantor was able to read it and then followed it into the net, which with an open racket face, very difficult to make a good passing shot, simply because you have to hit the ball slow. So Cantor was able to get to it, put it away. And that's a good tactic if you ever do see the player stretching out, racket face opens up where they can only hit a slice. Look to come forward. You're either going to get a high ball, which you can drive volley, or you're going to get time to get and hit the volley.
Boom. What a forehand from Ryan Story. Yeah, just shadows it again. So loose. That's, to me, it seems that he's getting so much power from the looseness of the goose.
Yeah, and he really has a good body turn as well. So when he finishes the stroke, his body's completely rotated from that closed position, neutral position, into completely 180 degree body turn through the shot, not relying on simply the arm. Watching from the west coast, I assume west coast of the US? Or the west coast of the UK?
Trying to think, what is the west coast of the UK? Wales? West Wales? Got a Welsh viewer?
Yeah.
Maybe.
First service. What? Out. 30 all.
Big point then. 30 all, 4 all.
Looks a bit casual on that backhand.
Yeah.
Looked like he didn't really bother setting up for it properly, just swung away. Worked for him on the forehand. Why not try on the backhand? Not this time.
Yeah, just on that line one, sometimes when he doesn't move his feet, it looks to me like he sort of slides the backhand into out, so then it does, you know, he does catch it a bit.
Gets a bit of that side spin.
Yeah. Pulls it wide. It's a huge serve. Gets so much power for not a tall guy.
So frustrating for Cantor, having to work really hard to catch a break to get some, to win a point, and then have it taken away so quickly by a big serve. It's a common thing with a big server when you're playing one. Is to stay in the moment, keep making them play, wait for your opportunity.
That's so clever from Ryan Story. Sees the gap in the forecourt, especially using the forehand inside-out angle. And he puts himself within a game of this first set.
And of course he's gone for a big forehand here a few times already, and just mixing it up a little bit, inside out, slow ball. Don't know if you remember Bernard Tomic.
Yeah.
Used to use the inside out slider kind of ball that's spinning sideways. Not a topspin, not a flat shot, not a slice, something in between.
Did we ever get a name for that in tennis? I mean, we had the Sabre and all things like that, but we didn't have a name for the Tomic.
No.
Just the most random shot, but it was quality. He's still going, Tomic.
Yeah. I saw him in Mexico. Did some challenges when I was traveling with a player.
All right.
So coaching a player called Jay Clark, and we even got on court and trained with Tomic.
Oh, cool.
He strikes a very good ball, very solid. You can see why he was very good, but I don't know if he's mentally ready to grind it out again. I mean, he's trying, but I think he's just relying on his talent, whereas I think for him, he needs to get back to the training court and, you know, start to put in the serious grind. And it's not easy when you've been doing it for many years. It's been a up and down kind of player.
How's Jay Clark going on? Are you still in touch with him? Because he's obviously
he just did really well in India.
Awesome.
Played, I think, 3 or 4 tournaments then. Won 2 and made 2 finals. So he came back with a lot of points from it and a lot of confidence. He even said he would watch this live stream.
I
don't know which one. Maybe he's even watching now. Jay, if you're watching, you can make a comment.
Got so impressed with the serving on display, especially given the lengthy time on court that both these players have had this week. Still driving up with those legs so well. High first serve percentage.
That would have been a nightmare had it gone over. Had so much backspin on it. Could have seen one of those where it bounces and goes back behind the net, and you have to try and get it, and you can slam it down.
It's got a bit of satisfying shot to hit.
Yeah.
That looked out to me, that serve. I think both players thought too.
Game center.
Tell you the funniest situation I had in a match is we were playing. It was a doubles tournament. I think it might have been a doubles final somewhere at a futures event, and the net had a scoreboard attached to the net, one of those revolving scoreboards that you can twist, and had a wide ball, and I hit the shot, and it hit the revolving scoreboard, and by spinning it spun the ball in on the other side into the court, and because it's a permanent feature of the net, it was our point.
Unbelievable.
The players were looking like, you know, one second the ball's flying one way and the other way. The next second it's being transported by this scoreboard that reflects it into the court for a winner. It was one of my finest.
Yeah, that's a good one. Claimed that it was all on purpose as well.
Oh no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't have tried it, but yeah, it was. And I didn't even know that the rule at the time, and yeah, we had to get the supervisor on court, and yeah, he said it's a permanent feature, so
crazy.
And it's part of the net. Of course, if you were to hit the umpire's chair and it deflected into the court, that wouldn't count. Not part of the net. You can, of course, go around the net. That we've seen some players do.
Good catch.
And it's also a satisfying watch when the player's pulled out wide and manages to squeeze the ball back in.
Yeah, so good. Love watching the UTS for that reason. So good. Wouldn't be surprised if Barry brings in an event which includes, you know,
a shorter net.
Shorter net. I was actually listening to Alex Di Minora's a clip on social media about him explaining sort of the consequences of that shorter net, because as we just see Story whack that one into the back fence.
He enjoyed that one.
Yeah, he liked that one. He was eyeing that one up. But yeah, he was saying how, he was talking about the UTS that was on in France just last week, and he was saying that on clay he'd look to go and use the angles and get his opponents out wide, but actually for the shorter net he actually thought that was a bad idea because they just had so much room to hit down the line from the angle that he would have hit. So he was saying that actually at UTS it's probably not the best tactic to go angle on a clay court, whereas he would at, say, Roland Garros or one of the Masters. I thought that was quite interesting.
Big forehands here from Story, just unleashing on it. How many can Cantor make him hit? And there he looked like he was going to drop shot. Changed his mind.
Stop it.
So much ability.
That was a joke.
Even Barry Fulcher there at the bottom seems to have enjoyed that one.
You've got to have a lot of skill to be able to hit that flat one. I mean, that's not easy. A lot of feel, a lot of hands. Really talented player is Ryan Story. There he is again. And that one he has timed to perfection.
And that's the thing, he again opened the racket up, made it look like he might drop shot but didn't, and creating that insecurity in the other player where you don't know whether the drop shot is coming. Makes you adjust your positioning, makes you stand a bit closer, and even when he doesn't hit the drop shot, it becomes a tough shot to handle.
Yeah, that was the backhand that he finished off the point with. That before we were saying that sometimes he just catches it a bit late and slides it wide, but that one was just right.
No problem on that one, no.
Yeah, it's lovely venue this week, of course. Cardiff Metropolitan University. It's sad to come to an end today on finals day, but yeah, have you enjoyed your stay in Cardiff, Alex?
I have indeed. I have indeed.
Been seeing many of the sites around?
I have seen none of the sites around.
Too much tennis going on. But
yeah, I'm sure it's lovely.
No, it's a good place to be for both members of the public to come and watch some high-level tennis, but also to visit the university, and also just Cardiff as a whole. It's a really great city. It's not huge, but there's plenty of things to go and see down at Cardiff Bay or in the city with the castle. Concerts. Taylor Swift was here. Kanto knows a thing or two about Taylor Swift.
What would be your song?
I'll come back to you.
Your walkout song.
Yeah, I'll come back to you on that one.
S Club 7?
Yeah, don't mind them.
Spice
a
Girls.
bit before my time, but yeah.
Oh no, am I showing my age here?
Don't know what Now CD that was, but... Story's taken a big step up to the baseline for that return.
Out. 30 left. What?
All set up by the return, wasn't it? Just took it so early. Went to meet it, followed it in nicely.
You have the chip and charge where you chip a return, run in. That was a hit and charge where you hit the ball and get in.
Haven't seen any sabres this week, the one that Federer implemented later in his career, but that was almost as close as we'll see probably from Story.
Out. 30 all.
And that miss puts Cantor into a slightly sticky situation at 30 all.
It's a big point. We see some serious taping going on there.
Yeah.
On the Story's stomach. Possibly a pulled oblique.
Yeah.
Stomach muscle.
What?
Maybe even a hip flexor.
Yeah. What a drop shot from Story.
Drop shot again at 30 all, 6-5 up.
Quality timing.
Time to use it. I don't think I'd have the confidence.
No.
Simply because if I missed it and it didn't even make the net, I'd just be so embarrassed.
Yeah, it just looks silly.
You like, think, why did I do that? I've literally just lost the point, like on purpose almost.
Yeah.
I think you have to practice it in practice.
It's the sort of thing that, if you pull it off, it looks so smart. But if you don't, it looks like you just
like you've
don't
just
mean it. Like
given the point away.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
why didn't you just fight it? It's like you didn't want to fight. Like you just you were okay with.
Yeah.
What?
So second serve to look at for Story. Set point.
Is he gonna step in? It looks like he's lining up to step in on this.
Sure does. Oh, look at the positioning.
Yeah, playing mind games. Staying solid here. No, both the players don't want to miss this. And Cantor going hard into the backhand. Thought that ball might have been out there. I think Story thought it too, but managed to stay in the rally. Another drop shot, not such a good one there. What a point.
Wow.
Wow.
What a way to close out the set. Ryan Story wins a mammoth final point in that first set.
He had to work hard for that. Wow. And Cantor couldn't have done more there. He worked so hard to get something out of that. And he could have done more on that drop shot. And there's 2 drop shots in a row that won Story the set.
And we spoke about the drop shot being probably the deciding shot in that, and for sure it's the shot that won in the set.
Are you guys going to be using this shot a lot more often in your matches? Sometimes not as easy to use it in practice if you're rallying against someone and suddenly you drop shot them.
Yeah.
Your partner or opponent can look at you and think, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Actually having practice with some big players like a Federer, for example, he does it in practice. You know, he'll rally, and then he'll do a drop shot. And even when he doesn't make it, at least that adds an extra practice shot, you know, where he does it off a live ball. It's not just like feed me drop shots and I'm going to do it. It's let's rally, and then every so often find the right time, boom, drop shot. Find the right time, go for a winner. It's that ability to change rally into that skill shot, which I'd say it's a skill in itself, which isn't something that we practice enough. I certainly didn't practice it enough when I was playing. I kind of focused a lot on the bread and butter shots, the cross court, the down the lines, the serve, the coming forward. But you sometimes neglect the little nuances like this, where, you know, as we saw there, Story using it to full effect to really dismantle the wall of Alexis Cantor.
And that's what it's sort of one of the things about tennis that's so difficult, is no shot is exactly the same. I mean, there's so many different types of shots, but you're never going to be able to practice everything. Every incoming ball is different in a match. Like, it's so difficult. So the ability to be able to mix things up, like you say, is really important.
So if you're enjoying this stream, guys, make sure that you leave us a little comment, ask us any questions in the live chat. And of course, if you are going to be watching this on the repeat, on the replay, you can add your comment in the description underneath, in the comments under the video, and we'll do our best to get back to you. These could be on your game, on something that you're watching now, anything tennis related, let us know. We're here to answer.
Yeah, it could be the last opportunity to get those questions in on this week's live stream. So get them in.
The final countdown.
Yeah.
The song just keeps playing.
Cantor on the attack straight away. That is potentially a sign of Cantor looking to play more aggressively in this second set.
And the thing is, if you're playing against someone who is drop-shotting you a lot, you have to adjust your positioning, you just do.
Yeah.
And you have to look for it. I think what I haven't seen enough of from Cantor is when he's running up to that drop shot, his current go-to shot is to try and hit the ball, and then Story has a passing shot where I think what he can use is the drop shot off a drop shot. So when you're running there, try and control your movement and have a calm hand in order to play a drop shot back. And if you can do that a few times, the player who's making the drop shots suddenly starts thinking twice before doing it.
Yeah.
And obviously another tactic is coming forward, because let's face it, you're never going to be passed with a drop shot. So by going forward, you almost take it away. You're already there with your aggressive play. So the more aggressive you get, the less time or the less opportunity there is for the opponent to hit that drop shot. Big serve there, 40-15.
Got some tired faces out there. It's the end of the week. I mean, if the camera was to point to us, I think they'd see some tired faces too. Everyone
Speak
is.
For yourself.
As I rub my eyes. But the players have to really keep control of their emotions.
Game, Story. First game, second set.
And a wide serve there from Story. If you are looking to develop your game, I'll leave you a link. Let's talk about tactics. See if I can get online. Leave you a tactics guide that you can use to win more matches.
Right.
There we go. I pinned the tactics guide for you guys to download for your own game at the top of the live comment section. And if you are watching on replay, I will leave it for you in the comments, pinned in the comments underneath the video.
What do you think of the sort of tried to outfox him, but Cantor was one step ahead. But the sort of rise of content creation in tennis and sort of players as well, especially starting to vlog or document their journeys.
Yeah, I think it's cool. I think it definitely brings more players to the game, so it can only be a positive.
Yeah,
I think, yeah, for
good
sure.
exposure.
It's good exposure. Sometimes I think a lot of maybe players who they become famous just for the vlog and not the tennis. That's the tough one, you know. And
probably the
one they almost get more respected by by the public because of the vlogs rather than the players who are like these guys, for example. Maybe don't get as much exposure, but are fantastic players.
Yeah.
So I find that sometimes a little bit difficult. It can be
Yeah, they probably prefer to be known for their tennis, yet they're known for the social media side.
And I'm not sure if, you know, sometimes they probably would be quite arrogant about it and, you know, look down at these guys, yet they probably wouldn't win a game against them, you know.
Yeah.
But yet they would be like, oh, well, you know, how many subscribers have they got? So, you know, it's a different kind of world we live in now.
Yeah.
It's not only the tennis that does the talking.
I mean, don't know if you caught that point, but that was just Story getting the better of Cantor again on that drop shot battle.
Yeah.
Cantor just not finding the right shot at the right time when he's drawn into the net from the drop shot.
Yeah, he needs to do drop shot after drop shot. It's something that if I was his coach, I would be telling him he needs to practice. And that's something that I actually practice a lot, because I had a few occasions where I played a good drop shot player, and I was feeling like Cantor's feeling. You know, I was getting there, and whenever I tried, he'd just pass me. And I came back, and I thought, right, I need to get good at this. And by doing that shot where you run in and you drop shot back, it puts it back on them. Now they have to chase it. So it's like every time they do it to you, you do it back to them. And it becomes like they don't want to run, they don't want to do it. And then in turn, what happens is if they're the one doing the drop shot, and then you get back and drop shot them back, after doing it a few times, they start to adjust their positioning. So they go inside the court, and now when you do hit it, all of a sudden more shots have more effect on it. And it's something that Alexis is not finding right now on those balls as he's chasing them down. Big serve there on the previous point from Story. Huge. And it's a nice second serve that got really high up above the shoulder of Cantor, who's unable to control it. Not sure what is the preferred game style of our viewers out there. If you are someone who plays tennis.
It's the first one he's won, and no wonder he gets the pump out from that.
And Story will be frustrated at that, because he had him where he wanted him.
Yeah,
again, Cantor's chosen to hit through it rather than drop shot back, and got away with it then. Yeah, as I was saying, I don't know how many of you, which game style you guys prefer. Would you like to see more serve and volley being brought into tennis? Do you enjoy the longer rallies, the grinding from the baseline, and more all court, drop shots, someone like the Alcaraz and Sinners, again bringing him in there. You can see just how much trouble he's causing to Cantor, completely dismantling his game with that short drop shot, bringing him forward. And you can see how effective it is, because Cantor's standing so far back, trying to retrieve the big shots of Story, that that short ball is so effective.
Yeah, such a rhythm thing, isn't it, with that drop shot? It's just messing up the rhythm so much of Cantor.
Yeah.
Almost every point he's going for it.
Well, until Cantor finds the answer, he will keep doing it. And I'd love to see the count of, you know, maybe we should start a little tally.
Yeah.
Drop shots used. Don't know if you know the player called Gaston.
Hugo Gaston.
Yeah, he uses the drop shot to great effect.
Game Story. Story leads 2 games to 1, second set by 1 set to left.
Absolute scream of forehand there. Huge. And Story must be thinking that the end is in sight. If he can just hold serve a few more times, maybe sneak a little break in, it could be all that's needed now. Do we have a trophy or cup?
I have been informed we do have a trophy.
That's good.
And a goodie bag.
Okay.
And a heck of a lot of money.
Yep. Drinks are on them tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, so stay tuned for the post-match interview with everyone getting down there and giving some final thoughts, and then the trophy lift too. Don't leave us yet. Still lots of action to come.
Well, we're still far from that
yes.
trophy presentation. Let's see what happens in this set. Don't count your chickens yet.
No.
Whole court tennis, like Sampras and Federer. I think Sampras was more of a serve and volleyer, to be honest, than all court. I think Federer's pretty all court, but Sampras, I think, came in a lot like Pat Rafter, that kind of player. Ed Berg, similar kind of player.
Yeah.
Boris Becker.
Don't see too much of those anymore.
No. There's that drop shot. Oh, he's missed it. He has missed it.
Had it on a piece of string though, didn't he?
Yep. What an awful feeling.
He knows he's got him as well.
Yeah. Another way to stop someone from making that drop shot is to hit with a little bit more height and depth. So if you keep them deep, very tough to hit a drop shot, and not so easy off a high ball. So if you can hit a bit more shape and push him back with it, it's not an easy one, and then look to attack. Because Cantor's balls are quite straight through the court, Story's able to execute it on a number of occasions here.
Also means that when you are lining up a slice and you are opening up the racket, that your opponent potentially goes a bit ahead of schedule, and then you hit the normal slice, and actually they've got to retreat a bit. So it sometimes opens up more opportunities to hit the slice, the standard slice.
He didn't use that standard slice of the one before.
No.
Ball straying 5 meters long, but it's 2 games all. Cantor's done well there to hold out in that service game, but no doubt the Story will be kicking himself for missing those initial few balls. Sampras was someone I really loved when I was a kid. I used to have Sampras's jumping smash.
I was going to say,
as a picture in my bedroom.
We saw one of those from Charlie Swain actually earlier on. It was actually a joke. It was so good. And I was trying to. Is there a name for that? Just the jumping smash? Is that,
I guess so. Yeah.
Like hanging in the air almost.
Yeah, like a basketball dunk.
Yeah, it was unreal.
Didn't get that one right.
Were you the same sort of era as Andy Murray growing up? Or
Yeah, he's a year younger than me.
Okay.
So.
You ever play him in juniors?
Yeah, yeah, many times. Yeah, never beat him. Lost 6-6 the last time we played.
Oh, really? And that was in your career, or was that still?
I mean, I trained with him a lot, but then he obviously started playing a lot better, and then started playing the bigger events, and then.
When was the one that you played him in 6-6?
I'm gonna say about 20 years ago or something, 15 years ago.
Okay, so still early on.
Yeah, and then I played him in a futures event, in a pro event, and I was losing 4-3, and I injured my ankle, twisted my ankle, and he had to carry me off the court with a referee, so that was fun. So I didn't finish the match. The last time we actually played in a pro event.
That's a shame.
But then we played a few practice sets at Roehampton at the NTC. And I again lost 6-6 to him in a practice match. So I've never actually never won a set against him.
Never got a dub.
And I had set points as well. Set points both sets, and I still couldn't do it. He had the ability to play amazing tennis when he needed it, like produce a drop shot like Story out there when it matters most. And yeah, not easy. I mean, he did all right. He got to world #1, so
not bad.
It's an acceptable loss.
Cantor with the unintentional drop shot, I think, that time. Brings up 30 all. That's the one. Yeah, a little too much height. And Cantor pounces on that one.
Yeah, it wasn't a great drop shot there, overused.
It does get to a point, doesn't it? Yeah.
I mean, if he hit that perfect, we'd say, oh, a great one again, but he just didn't execute it very well. He was in trouble here. It was all going smoothly to plan. And he's in all sorts of trouble now.
There it is, the break for Alexis Cantor, the first of the set for the man from Oxfordshire. And
he deserved that one. I mean, he's been working very hard in staying with Story and his unconventional gameplay, but you got to do it. Let's see what the response of Story will be in this game. And then we had Story will no doubt be thinking about all the missed opportunities there. But all fair play to Alexis Cantor, who's in front here in this set and showing that he's still got the energy, jogging around the court, showing that he's not tired. A little bit of well, I wouldn't call it acting, but you have to be a good actor. You have to show your opponent that you are fit and ready to fight. And I think something that Rafa Nadal did extremely well, where players just didn't believe they could outlast them. And I think Cantor's doing a great job showing that at the moment. feeling of a slight desperation there, overhitting a little bit on that backhand Story, but as he was before, so composed and using that drop shot at the right time, seemed to be going all smoothly. And now he's facing a real match on his hands, and he won't want it to go to 3 sets, that's for sure. Huge return there from Story, huge. Read the wide serve and no take back. Pure power, cross court. Doing well to still stay relevant in this service game, Story. One more point needed to bring it back to deuce. But not if Kanter has anything to do with it. He's held out there perfectly. Staying aggressive, getting around on his forehand, prefers his forehand. Inside out, great play, 4-2. Finds himself that cushion, that 2-game cushion where he consolidated the break. So important after getting it. Just mentally makes the other player feel like they've got a mountain to climb. And Story's certainly feeling that right now in this set. Big serve. Kanter frustrated. They possibly couldn't read it. Just frustrated that he's able to find that serve when he needs it. Another big serve. And a great forehand, so 30-15 now to Story. Such hard, flat hitting from Story, causing all sorts of problems for Kanter. got back to that aggressive game style, which seems to be bringing in good results for him. So he needs to be quite selective when he uses that drop shot, not to overuse it, to make sure that he's using it to its full potential and not giving away some crucial points. What are your thoughts, guys? Let me know what you think. Can Kanter hold out here for this second set and bring it to a third set? Or do you think that Story will make a comeback in this set and close out the match for that trophy? Let me know in the comments, in the live chat section of the video. Of course, you can ask any questions, any tennis-related questions, which I'll do my best to answer. Or, of course, any questions related to this match, related to your own game, related to tennis or tennis players, equipment. And Story comes out here looking to get that break back as he's facing a 4-3 scoreline.
But left 15. Fifteen off. Right, 15.
Big serve down the tee, finds it again. Good leg drive he's getting out there. Doesn't look like he's feeling the miles in his legs at all. Still driving up into the serves. Still playing aggressive, explosive tennis. And there is the perfect example of when to use that drop shot. It was inside the court, had Kanter on the run, out of the court, used the drop shot to just a perfect timing to perfection. And Kanter there will be disappointed that he wasn't able to take control of the rally, and again gave the opportunity to Story to dominate it.
40-30.
Something that Kanter hasn't done enough, I think, in this match is come forward. Unless he's being brought forward in by Story, but actually making an approach shot and getting in. He hasn't quite done enough of that. He did it well on the previous point. It's a great hit. And Cantor's absolutely furious. It's a big point there, 40-30. He wants, again, that cushion of 2 games where he's 5-3 up, and that was certainly an opportunity to go ahead, but looks like the ball was called in, and very small margins out there. Huge out wide serve there from Cantor. And Story left scrambling, trying to retrieve the balls, unable to do so. A big smash from Cantor. Great play, fully deserved. He's another point like that here. Seems to play a great juice point, then allows the opponent to step in on the ad. Let's see if it can change that.
Out.
Great return. Story got into the court, followed it into the net. Bit of a saber attack there. Made, of course, famous by Roger Federer. Got in to the net, and a solid volley there cross court. Certainly didn't allow the ball to sit up for Cantor. Struggled to make the passing shot. All locked in here, deuce in this game.
Advantage, Cantor.
And there, I think Story thought the ball was out. He's called it, but the referee didn't seem to agree. Very close call if it was out, I think. Not sure if he thinks it was wide or deep.
Out. Game Cantor. Ball change.
Very important hold there from Cantor, of course. Had he got broken in that game, at 4-all, we now have new balls. So Story will get a chance to serve with a fresh, faster balls, which of course is so much more difficult to return and would suit his game style. So by still having that 2-game cushion, he can now just focus on coming back and serving out the set. And there we see the effect of those new balls straight away with an ace out wide. Great serve out wide and got onto his forehand, and no holding back there again. Amazing how much effect new balls can have on a match. Of course, having played with the previous balls for a long time already, they would fluff up. They start to fly a lot slower through the air. The bounce becomes a lot more dead. The new balls are so much more difficult to control. And of course, flying through there so much quicker, adding power to the player that's in control of the rally. And in this case, so far, it has been Story in this game. Slightly overcooked it on that. Oh, a big serve there, not sure about that call.
Not so. Out.
Got that ball to land right on the baseline, causing trouble for Kanter to retrieve. And he finds himself at 5-4 up in the second set, Kanter. And he will be serving it out for a chance to go into that third set. Big game. Usually it's the 7th and 9th games that are the vital, crucial games in a match or in a set. Now it's we find ourselves in that situation where now Kanter has to hold out here. Of course, he will play with those newer balls now that have only had a few serves been served with by Ryan Story. So he's got every opportunity now to get a little bit more out of that serve. If you have just joined us, we had 4 days worth of amazing tennis on this Progress Tour event by Novellus. The Easter Bowl comes to an end here in this final match. Story against Alexis Kanter. Ryan Story, of course, has been ranked as high as 600 in the world. Alexis Kanter. Alexis Kanter is the current 1,088 in the world, but with a career high of 700. Both of these players have been competing internationally on the ITF tournaments, ATP tournaments, earning their points worldwide, and today they're playing the final here in this money event. And that nearly spun away from him. Had a lot of slice on that ball, but managed to control it. Kanter to give himself a 30-love lead in this crucial game. Big serve to the backhand side. Story, who now gets the front foot in the rally, but a long exchange there, and Kanter coming forward and coming on top in that exchange. Great play, and he finds himself at 40-love and 3 set points to level it out and push the match into the third set. Big serve to finish off the set, and we do have the third set, so plenty of tennis still to come here at the Cardiff Met University in Wales.
You need silence. Do 4 da igramo. Da do 4 igramo.
And now, of course, we have another break, rightly deserved by the players. They have a chance to go to the bathroom, refill their water bottles, and prepare for that third set, final set of the final here of the Easter Bowl. Both players have played 4 matches already to get to this stage. First, the group event, then the semi-finals earlier today, and this is their second match of the day, finishing it off in the final, and now it's the third set. Now Kanter has already played a 3-set match today, so this is now his 6th set of the day. So those of you who are training and playing yourself in your local clubs and so on, and you play a practice set and you're struggling, imagine what his legs are feeling now. Of course, this is after years of training and preparation, and of course a lot of fitness preparing for this event as well. And after this, he'll of course be going off to play more tournaments like this. For a professional, it never stops. But he's looking fresh. He's jogging around the court, which is great to see. He's in great shape, quite lean. No excess body fat on him. He's fighting weight. So important, fitness for players. If you are someone who's competing, whether it's at your club or at tournaments, having the fitness, the belief that you can outlast your opponent can be such a big advantage. Because even though you could be losing some rallies, you know that should it come to the third set, you've got enough in you to outlast them. And it'd be interesting to see if Kanter can do that today against Story. Certainly looks like the fresher of the two, despite having played already 5 sets today. Now this being his 6th set. A big exchange here from Story. Depth on that ball, I think it was just in. Big shot there from Story, big backhand. And Kanter looking up here just to see our reaction. It was in, I think. And there comes the drop shot again. He hasn't forgotten about it. He hasn't forgotten the tactic, and he's using it again to great effect. With a drop shot and the lob, of course, bringing the player in. The natural momentum of your run forward into the net forces you to be quite naturally close to it as you look for the volley after. And that lob is so effective. Hit with perfect precision there, Story. 40 love.
Right.
Good second serve and another big rally now.
Out.
Story unleashing on that forehand cross court, but just misses the sideline to the relief of Kanter. who still has a lifeline here in this service game. Really finds a way to generate a lot of power in his strokes, Ryan Story, which is why he has been as high as 600 in the world, of course.
Right.
With thousands of players competing out there in the world, it's no easy task. Again, big forehand cross, catching
First game, final set.
Kanter with his movement, not quite able to get behind that ball. And we have Story leading 1-love in this deciding set. So quick change of ends, of course, no sit down in the first game of the set.
15 left.
Kanter gets the first point on the board, 15-love.
Right. Out. 15 off.
Huge point there from Kanter. Deserved that really deserved that point, but a slip there from Story. Doesn't look hurt, but he did take a little tumble there in the corner and holding his hip a little. Let's hope that doesn't affect his playing performance here in this last set. He's done so well. We want to see a full set. Already, of course, had an injury in the semi-finals against Story, but Finn Bass, who had to pull out mid-match. Great serve there from Kanter, 40-15.
Game Kanter, 1 game off.
One game all. Strong exchange here. And both players both finding good depth on their shots. Cantor, the slightly more aggressive player at the moment. And Story pulls the trigger with his shots, really unleashing on the shot, and Cantor did well to stay in that rally. Now they're back on level terms, both trying to find an advantage, and Story, the better one. The one that finds a slight angle there to pull Cantor out of the court. Causes the mistake into the net. Definitely losing a little bit of that leg drive, causing the ball to go into the net on the first serve. And a good variation there on the backhand between the slice and the hit. The one causing the damage. But it's that constant changing pace and tempo that's causing Cantor a lot of problems at the moment. The big serve and a backhand miss. An unforced error. You'd be pretty disappointed with that one, I think. Wasn't really pushed out, but just didn't quite prepare his legs. Maybe a small sign of fatigue, both mental and physical. Now it's Story's turn to miss. Went big with that forehand. Looked to open up the court, but unsuccessfully. Big rally here. Both players refusing to miss, but it's Story with a backhand screamer down the line. Fully deserved that. That was it's amazing how he's able to adapt and change the way he plays from playing at a relatively lower tempo to then suddenly lifting it and going full power. And we see Cantor fueling up for this third set. Of course, there's still many games left in this final encounter. I think it's new balls again. So we have new balls with Cantor to serve. Is that right? I think so. Pretty sure that's not 9-11. Doesn't add up with the games. Maybe they forgot to get their ball change earlier on. But we do, I think, have new balls now in play. Big forehand there from Story, dominating the rally and Cantor has to be careful here not to get too passive on his shots, to remember what was giving him success in that previous set, being proactive, getting into the net, taking balls on, making Story be in defense. So much more dangerous when he's in defense, when he's attacking. He needs to find a way to stop him doing that. Great approach. Story did his best to trouble him at the net, full power, but no way of getting through the wall of Alexis Cantor. Seriously heavy hitting here from both players, and it's a shorter ball by Story that brings Cantor into the net, and he's able to find the space and hit a screaming passing shot past him. This is turning out to be quite a vital game in this encounter. 15:30 now. An opportunity for Story to make his advantage count. A slightly more aggressive point again from him. I feel like he's really stepped up in this set, and Cantor's going to need to find a way to break that. Huge point there from Story. What a point, what a point. Moved the ball around beautifully, cross court, then followed in by the down the line, and he was coming forward on it as well. Should Cantor have got that, there's no way past him.
Doesn't get more clutch than that.
15-40 here. If he can maintain this level, it's tough to see past him. And Cantor did his best there. That was a great rally. Just that ability to pull the trigger when he needs it has been the difference so far in this set. Second serve, free hit here for Story, if he chooses to go for it. Holds back, chooses to get into the longer rally. Slice, keeping it low. And both players locked in, but then a down the line backhand from Story. A forehand down the line, really pushing Cantor out of court. Slightly mistimed drop shot there, but having to hit through Cantor there, the net. He did his best to stay in that rally, but what a point.
It's incredible.
He had to finish that point at least 3 or 4 times there.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. I mean, he's so pumped. It's the first time we've seen Ryan pump this week.
Yeah.
He's normally a man of few words, very quiet, and
he
now
keeps it for when it matters most.
Exactly.
I mean,
for the showdown.
That drop shot wasn't good enough to me, but because Cantor's now probably feeling it a little bit, and because of his quality of shot and throughout the whole rally, he was on the heels that he wasn't able to get there quicker, and even a net cord just slowed that ball down enough for Story.
It's a man digging deep now.
Huge power there from Story on both.
Just up the speed, isn't he? It seems.
It's like having another gear to kick into.
He's gone into a new gear for sure.
The better players seem to have that, and he needs to find a way to slow down play somehow. Cantor, even maybe getting the ball a little bit higher, slicing it a bit more, or going full attack and taking the ball away from Story. But a mistake there. He is human.
That's the risk of going into a new gear, is that if you can't quite sustain that pace, it's not, you know, your level which you know you can sustain, then there is a risk of starting to miss a few more balls.
Yes, and actually there we saw a slightly different kind of forehand as well, just pulled it in a little bit, and it's that the thing is, it's the risk of going into attack, as long as it's not attack, but then if the ball comes back tough, you have to then choose to rally. You have to adapt what you do with the ball, but there just lost focus a little bit, and also caused the mistake on the volley, so now has to work hard to make up the deficit. Huge rally here. Both players staying in, but it's Canto who breaks down this time. 40-30. We'll need a first serve here, Story, to get on top of the rally. That serve almost made a hole in the back. Coming so fast.
Yeah. It's gone for it, but yeah, I think that was wide.
That was wide. And the thing is, when you are in that desperate state where you want it to be in,
yeah,
mind can start playing tricks on you.
It's a miss that could prove costly.
Yeah, reduce. Having to work so hard here. Story just to consolidate that break.
Great serving from Stoza.
What's his nickname in this?
The Stoz.
The Stoz.
The Stoz.
And Cantor.
Cantor, the anchor man. Let me just double check that.
I feel like it's something like Rocky or something like that.
Yeah, maybe it could be. Rocky, you're correct. Don't know where I got the anchor man from.
I think you've been watching too much Anchorman.
Possibly.
Ron Burgundy.
Rocky, yeah, he's...
I can see that.
Yeah, I can see that from this match and from today's antics. Incredible fighting spirit.
There's that drop shot again. Just doesn't have the power to push forward.
Incredible.
To get there.
Incredible. It's just coming up with the goods at the right times, and again, it's the drop shot doing the damage.
He's certainly making him work for it. No cheap points. Ooh.
There it is.
A close call there as well. I thought it would be straying long, but then it didn't look like it went that far long. I don't know. Never mind, it's 4-1 to Story. And,
Mammoth. It's just, that's been a brutal day for these guys.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they've done it to themselves, so there's only so much sympathy I have, but I mean, it's incredible level they're producing from the moment we started in the first semi-final today with, it was so long ago, I can't even remember who it was.
Semi-final?
The first semi-final.
It was Cantor against Lumsden.
Cantor Lumsden.
And then we had Finn Bass against Story. Cantor, of course, in one of the previous rubbers, lost to Finn Bass in 3 sets, having been up and had many chances in the match. So he's played quite a few sets in this tournament. He's definitely got his money's worth in terms of court time. The best coach is a match with an opponent that's worthy on the other side, and he's certainly got that.
Yeah.
More and more. Every single day he's had to do it.
What? Out. 15 left.
Just long.
Tight, but yeah, just pulled it long. I mean, what does Cantor have to do here to find a way back into this? 4-1 down, things are looking tough for him right now. It would be a long way ahead to try and draw level, but
it's a long way back, but there's no shortcuts. He has to do it the hard way. He has to grind it 1 point at a time. Needs to be wary of that drop shot. Needs to look for that short ball.
What?
And as I said before, needs to find a little bit of a higher trajectory just to mix it up a little bit. So maybe slice it a little bit, maybe slightly higher ball.
Trying to take Stoz out of this rhythm that he's in right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Try and keep him out here as long as possible, I guess, is the way that Cantor can potentially try and
frustrate
extend
him
things.
out of it.
Yeah, frustrate him.
Yeah, I'd love to see just some moon balls, just see
That
what
would
happens.
really
you
get
know,
on his
how would you respond? And if you miss a few, imagine how frustrating it is.
Yeah.
So one player doing the drop shots, one doing some moon balls. Why not? I think it was Monfils that I watched once against Marat Safin. And Safin was fully in control of the match, completely destroying Monfils, and Monfils went into moonball mode.
Really?
And Safin missed 2 or 3 and completely disintegrated. Couldn't play simply from just just moonballing. The balls were so slow.
Yeah.
All of a sudden he has to generate his own power instead of having any power on it, and it can be so frustrating.
So, yeah.
So if you are someone that's struggling with a moonballer, you're not the only one. They're, you know, even pros sometimes struggle. At the moment, it's Alexis Cantor who is struggling. I think that was just long. I think he got the point there. He definitely missed that. Oh. I guess some mistakes go both ways here.
Yeah.
Thought that serve was long. Maybe it's my tired mind playing tricks on me now. 4-2.
Cantor takes it, so 4-2 it goes. Still a break to the good Ryan Story. If he manages to hold serve from now until the end of this match, he will be crowned champion of the Novellus Easter Bowl.
If he can do that, it's only 3 games to play. That's only 12 points to win. We had a quote from Endgame that Cantor will win this set and the next set. He did certainly win the second set, but now he is in quite a bit of trouble here in the third. So let's see what happens. Big return.
Cantor
Trying to pump himself up there.
Yeah,
Rightly so.
Just he's someone that I would never rule out. He's always fighting hard, and even now, I mean, Story has been the better player in this set, but just never like to rule out players like Cantor. His mentality is something to be cautious of.
Admired.
And even if he does let out a bit of frustration, you know he's going to be dialed in for the next point.
Yeah, we'll let him off.
Yeah.
It's a great day of tennis for you guys here. It's certainly a nail biter. Both players pushing to the max.
Oosh. That's a big point. It's incredible. Both players are just really want this one.
That he didn't just miss that by a little bit. He missed that by at least 3 meters.
Yeah. I think that reaction from both players, they know how big this game is. Oh, it's huge.
That's
huge from Story.
Just to be able to pull that out, just to put it beyond doubt.
Yeah.
That you want to come back, but I'm not going to let you. Final nail in the coffin. Now it's up to Cantor to keep Story on court for as long as possible. Try and frustrate him in this last moments of this match.
There is Progress Tour logo. Such good show court branding around this court today. Lovely show court for us to showcase some top quality tennis this week. 8 world-class players going into battle on Monday or Tuesday when we started. Had a good media day on Monday. And then, of course, with the support of Novellus, Top Tennis Training and Hotel Planner, this event has come to fruition, and we're now in the closing stages as Ryan Story gets within 1 game from taking the title. Kanter to serve to stay in it.
Just taking a little breath before he gets that serve going. Here we go, one last push. Hit that with conviction. Definitely wasn't coming back. Nothing better than getting a smash like that and just being able to put it away.
Yeah.
Maybe like a Pete Sampras jumping smash would just top that. That's the only thing.
A game for Story to have a bit of a swing, do you reckon, or is he wanting to finish it off in this game? I mean, love 30 down now, so.
Yeah, I think he'll probably go for it. I think if I was him, I'd try and yeah, just see if you can win one or two cheapies to then and then get into the game again.
Yeah.
But also, if you do just get into some longer rallies again, it does make the other player feel like they've got a mountain to climb.
Yeah.
Like every point is long. There's no let up. There's no cheap point. So there's also that mentality. But no such luck after that serve.
He's still fighting, still getting himself going, still sending a message to his opponent and his friend. That he still wants this. He still believes he can do it, even at 2-5 down in the third. It's close. Must have just nicked the line.
By 5 games to 3.
Here we go then. Ryan Story serving for the title.
Here we go.
It all comes down to this.
He definitely went for it. Slightly overhit. What he wouldn't do for that first serve to go in.
Yeah.
That cheap point to start off with. No better feeling. Okay, that just relaxes my mind a bit, but it just shows that he's still feeling a little bit tight there. Love 15, a double fault. Hasn't double faulted at all. I think that's the first double fault.
There's a lot on the line. There's no surprise. There's a few nerves in there.
Yeah. And now Kanter misses by quite a big margin there with the pass. $15 all.
What?
And huge point there from Alexis Kanter to put himself ahead in this game. Big smash, good retrieval there from Story, making him play when he was on the back foot, but full conviction here from Kanter. 15:30. Still not finished here.
What?
And struggling to find a first serve here, Story. Doesn't want to get into long rallies when he needs it most. There's that drop shot again. Drop shot to drop shot. He heard me.
Oh my goodness.
Heard me.
He's got it.
15-40.
He's had enough practice of retrieving those drop shots today.
See, the beauty of that drop shot back is that you put your opponent into that. You're running for a ball in front, but you're already at the net. So it becomes so difficult for them to pass you. They've got the lob, so they could lob you. You had that chance, or they have to pass you. And when you're on a stretch, it's no easy task, especially when you're serving for the match. Oof. Right, yeah, he made that. He made that.
30-40.
He made it?
Yeah. Frozen.
So, tournament director Barry
I just
courtside.
watched the replay.
What?
And unfortunately, on the replay, it is long. So actually, Alexis Cantor did have a point there.
We won't be telling him to watch on the replay later, will we?
It was. It was just long.
Well, in or out, Story has done very, very well to get back to juice and level playing field now.
Ryan, I can see one is here on the corner.
But he's put it behind him, and now he is advantage up
Remedy.
to get back into this.
Too confident.
Story's about to land the win. Well, not if Cantor has something to say about that. If you are just tuning in, you've come at the right time.
What a way to save break point.
Nail biter here. And we've had a tough call here for Cantor, who has scrambled back to get an advantage, but now that chance has been taken away by Story's serve. And now we have a second serve on juice here. Big point, huge point. You did indeed speak too soon, Remedy.
Advantage, sorry.
So tough to see down that far end.
It's a tough one. It looked good to me, but what do I know? I've made the mistake on the previous one. That's why I'm not a referee.
There it is. Ryan Story is champion of the Progress Tours Novellus Easter Bowl. What a performance, what a match, what a tournament for Ryan Story. Alex, final thoughts before we head down.
Oh, a lot of takeaways there for Alexis Cantor. Got through that match, stayed strong throughout. All fair play to him, kept fighting to the end. Came down to a few points there. Story perhaps the slightly more aggressive player there, but definitely both players can be proud of that performance, and you have to feel for Alexis Cantor, but I'm sure he will be proud of it, and will be ready for more events like this to come in the season for him. So thank you guys for watching. We will jump on court for some final thoughts and present the winner with a little trophy, I think, and then we will so I'll see you on court in just a minute.
Well, what a match we've just witnessed. What a day. Finals day, semi-finals day. It's just been tremendous level of play by all four players. And it's Ryan Story who has managed to come out on top, champion of the Progress Tours Novellus Easter Bowl. Barry, what a day we've had here.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fitting end to what's been an amazing 4 days here. It's been full-on action from start to finish. Another 8.5, 9 hour, you know, three matches, complete battle from start to finish. It's been really good finish.
Yeah, Alex, I mean, what a pleasure it was to call.
100%, and you know, we've had comments from our viewers saying just how powerful the players are hitting it, just the quality, the sheer quality from both the players there, going to an absolute nail biter there at the end. A fantastic performance, and both players will be proud of it.
Yeah, I mean, credit to Ryan Story, because credit to both of them, because they're mates off the court. They played together on Wednesday. They've been battling it out for hours on end, and yeah, it's Story who comes out on top. But you must want to say some thank yous, because it's been a heck of a week. There's been so much behind the scenes going on. Yeah, Barry.
Yeah, I mean, I would just like to say I hope I don't forget any of the thank yous, because there's so many to make. I'd like to say a huge thank you to, firstly, Cardiff Met University, who are one of our longest standing partners. They are always supportive of the Progress Tour, always ready to host events, and it's been, you know, a fantastic 4 days here. I'd also like to thank the team of students working behind the cameras, production, social media, in ops and physiotherapy. Anna and her team have been fantastic, and you know, it's just made the event absolutely brilliant. Big thanks to sponsors, Novellus, hotel planner, and to Alex from Top Tennis Training for joining us and as our broadcast partner. To Yika, my colleague at the Progress Tour, who has had a very, very full-on time of it the last few days working. Carl, our photographer. I said I would try not to forget anybody.
Done a good job.
Yeah.
And the players.
Yeah, and you know, it's been amazing to see.
Our other commentator has
and
done a very good job as well.
Yes. Alex Hyman here has been involved in this idea since the concept 4 years ago, so it's been amazing, and thank you for all your efforts the last 4 days and 4 years. I'm just very conscious that we have our players standing by. They've had a 9-hour day of it, so we're going to do a very short presentation before we let them go. So firstly, I would like to invite Alexis Cantor up to receive his runners-up cheque of £2,000, all in all, with a package and a few little bits and bobs. And Alexis, if you'd like to come and join us and maybe say a few words.
Tough luck, huh?
Thank you. Well done.
Very
Tough.
difficult. Good match, though.
You've got a little package there for you. Would you like to say a few words there?
Yeah, well, I just want to thank you, Barry, for putting on such a great event. It's so important for us to have these opportunities to get lots of great matches and earn a bit of money as well, and to get some exposure in the media and stuff. It's great for us. So I just want to thank you a lot, and everyone involved, Alex, both Alexes, on the comms and everything, and all the physios. They've all done a fantastic job and look really, been very welcoming and looked after us really well. Also, I want to say well done to Stoz. He played great. It's incredible how he can play at the level he does when, to be honest, he doesn't train very much. He's basically a coach. So to play at that level is absolutely incredible. So well played. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Alexis. Thanks for those words. And we'll just ask Ryan to come in and take your place there, Alexis. And a big congratulations to our Novellus Easter Bowl champion. Congratulations.
Enjoyed seeing the drop shots. It was.
Shall I take that off you there?
Yeah, good play, Jeff. Pretty good battle that there. I want to say thanks to all you guys, Barry, for setting it up. It was an amazing event. To Alex's, been great on the comms. Anna and all the physio team have been amazing. I've been on the table every day with them. Yeah, they've been great. And just everybody else that's been involved has done a great job. Yeah, I've really enjoyed it. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Thank you.
I didn't want to leave you with the mic because I thought we might get you to close the show, but we'll let you go. Guys, congratulations on a great week. It's been awesome to watch.
What would be his winning? What would he be winning as a winner? Don't forget.
I forgot the detail. Ryan Story would have walked away with a cheque for £3,000 there, with the prize package with between hotel planner vouchers and cash prize money as well from our sponsors, Novellus. So a very worthwhile 4 days for him, I'd say, as spent as he is and as tired as they both are. That's been the goal of the tournament, is to provide all 8 players with the opportunity to earn genuine profit, which I think we've succeeded with.
Well, that's it. That calls a close to the week. Final thoughts from you. Where can we look to follow you? What can we do next? And where can we see you next, Alex?
So the last thank you would be to you guys for watching us online, for getting involved in the comments. Hopefully we'll bring more events like this for you guys in the future. For now, you can look at our videos. You can go back for the 4 days of action and rewatch some of the videos. Of course, we've got the Dingles as well that we did. That was fun. There's some challenges in there that you guys put out. So there's plenty to see over the last 4 days. And of course, look out for more content to come in the future.
Barry, final words?
Yes, once again, I'm sure I did leave someone out earlier, but a huge thank you to everyone involved in the back end of the event. It's very difficult to understand for people that aren't in tournaments to get a full sort of understanding of what goes on behind the scenes, how much work goes in preparation, during, and indeed, the whole work. So a huge thank you to everyone involved. Mr. Billy Barkley, I see in my eye line there, Director of Tennis in Cardiff, heading up the centre here. So it's been fantastic. Hope you guys have enjoyed watching as much as we've enjoyed delivering the event to you.
You know what? I've got one person that we did forget. Andy 5. He actually did a little escape. He didn't stay for the last 2 days. So if he's watching, next time stay around.
There we go. Thanks to everyone involved. Sorry if we've forgotten everything, but there we go. That brings a close to action. The main storyline of the week is that Ryan Story is the champion of the Progress Tour's Novellus Easter Bowl. See you all soon for another live stream. Goodbye for now.
The Progress Tour presents the Novellus Easter Bowl. It's showtime.